This is the best bodybuilding meal prep for students for just £1 per meal. We've got 5 meals, less than an hour to make. Let's get it. Prepping meals like this every week helped me go from this to this as a uni student on a budget who's training to compete in bodybuilding. This week we're making lemon and garlic chicken, and you only need 2 pots, one for the chicken and one for the rice. So that means minimal washing up. And if your student kitchen looks anything like ours, you'll thank me later. So, for our 5 meals, you will need brown rice, frozen chicken breast, zucchini, cherry tomatoes, garlic, half a lemon, and some onion, as well as a secret ingredient. And I'll put the full recipe with the macros at the end of the video. So first, we're going to put the rice on. We're going to be using Tesco brown rice. You'll get about double the amount of cooked rice to the amount of dry rice you put in. So if you put 100 grams of dry rice in, then you get about 200 grams cooked rice. So for our 5 meals, I'm using 570 grams of dry rice to give me 5 150 gram portions of cooked rice. But if you end up with excess, don't worry, I've got a solution for you. You also need to remember to rinse your rice because otherwise it's a bit grubby. Add double the amount of water to rice and leave it to cook on a medium heat. So that's the rice on. It's going to take about half an hour, 40 minutes. And now we're going to do the chicken. So I actually bought this chicken frozen because it's so much cheaper like that. And compared to if you're getting it fresh, this is honestly the way to go. So we're just going to bang the chicken in here. I bought it frozen this morning, then left it out to defrost. But you can also cook it from frozen. It will just take a little bit longer in the oven. This is literally going to be the quickest meal prep you've ever done. When you get frozen chicken, you do not need to do any prep. You can literally just bang it in a dish, shove it in the oven, and it's done. So first we're going to prepare the lemon and the garlic, and we're going to marinate our chicken in this. Finally chop 4 or 5 cloves of garlic and chop half a lemon into larger pieces. We're also going to add some salt and pepper to this. And you want to give that a little bit of a mix so that the garlic's evenly sort of spread in there. So while that's marinating, we're going to pop it to the side and prepare our zucchini.
Green aubergine.
It's not an aubergine. Courgette.
That's the one.
Or zucchini. My sister always makes fun of me for calling it zucchini because she's like, no, it's courgette. Then it's just me like, zucchini.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's definitely American. Are you team zucchini or team courgette? Drop it in the comments. Chop it how you want. But we're going to be putting this in with the chicken, so it's going to be like roasted, which is really nice. I tend to put most of the zucchini underneath the chicken so it can absorb all those good juices while it's cooking. It also tends to cook faster than the chicken, so this will just make sure that it doesn't burn. Next, we're going to throw in our cherry tomatoes and spread them out evenly, just like the zucchini. This was all going well, but then this happened. Look at the state of that tripod. I mean, that was the leg, and now it snapped off. So I'm sorry if the rest of this video is slightly weird angles. You can tell the rice is done if the water's gone, basically. That's still got a little bit of water in it, so you can leave it a couple more minutes. You want everything on the hob on sort of a medium heat, and we've preheated the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll pop it on the screen now. Here's the chicken situation at the moment, but we've got 2 more ingredients that we're going to pop in there. First of all, we have life hack of the century right here, right? So, it might not look like much, but this is just chopped frozen onions. I bought it fresh and then chopped it, which is the cheapest way to do it, because you can buy like pre-chopped frozen onion, but it's so much more expensive than if you just buy some onion in bulk and then chop it yourself. So that's what I do. I get a whole load of onion. I actually got this at the start of the year and it's lasted me the whole year. So I just like chopped them and I can literally grab it and throw it in anything. Last ingredient, we're gonna hurdle over some chairs, and we've got some olives. Now you don't have to add these if you don't want, but I had some left over. You need to drain it first though. Yeah, I'm not sure if they want to see the drained olives. Okay, so we're going to pop in some green olives. You can choose any kind of olive if you want. Just going to pop them in there. Very nice. And we're going to finish it off with another little grinder pepper. This is it. We're going to put it in the oven now Oof, that's a bit steamy. So we're going to put that in there for about 40 minutes, give it a little check, and then go from there. You might have noticed that along with the broccoli and the rice, there was also something else that I got cooking going on. Because we're actually making 10 meals in 1 hour. But the next 5 meals are actually cheaper than the lemon and garlic chicken, and it comes out to 86 pence per serving. So stay tuned to find out what those 5 meals are. So we're going 150 grams of rice per serving. I'm currently doing a lean gaining phase, so this is the kind of portion size that I would choose for a lunch portion, but you can easily change the amount depending on your preferences or your goals. Oh, bang on! Look at that! Bang on! We're about half an hour in, and I'm just about to check the chicken. That is looking good. So you see all those juices? That means you're going to get really soft, like succulent chicken. And it's not going to be hard and chewy. It would all end badly now if I dropped it.
Just don't do that.
Oh, look at that. So that took about 30 to 40 minutes in the oven, but it could depend on your oven. It might take a little longer, it might take a bit faster. As long as the chicken's cooked, that's really all that we're looking for. The chicken should be slightly crispy on the outside and softer in the middle, so it should be easy to cut with a knife or fork. When it's still in the oven, it's a good idea to check that the chicken's a white colour all the way through, and if it's still got pink bits, then leave it in a bit longer. But you might be thinking, if we've prepped meals for the whole week, aren't they going to taste really bad by day 5? And it's all to do with how you store them. So as a rule of thumb, meal prep will usually last about 3 to 4 days in the fridge, but aim to use 3 days as the benchmark. This way they'll be completely safe to eat cold, but if you're heating them up, just make sure that they're completely heated up so it's steaming and hot all the way through. But I don't tend to put many of my meals in the fridge, because what a lot of people don't realize is you can also just put them in the freezer and they will last years. Not days, years. If you've got excess rice, this will keep for about 3 to 4 days in the fridge, or what I like to do is put them in separate containers, and you can also freeze these. They take less than a minute to heat up in the microwave, and it's just a super convenient source of carbs. And then I'll just pop them in the freezer, whip them out the night before I need to use them, and it's easy. Meal prepping literally saves me at least 6 hours a week. And I don't know where I'd be without it. And I'd say it's pretty much essential if you want to make the most of your time as a student, especially with the exams right now. But we don't talk about that. So here's the full recipe. I bought all of the ingredients in Aldi and Tesco, and this came out to £5.30 for all 5 meals. And in terms of the macros, we've got 48 grams of carbs, 8 grams of fats, and 55 grams of protein. This meal is great for bodybuilding, whether you're cutting or bulking. You can just adjust the portion sizes. We usually go for changing the amount of carbs in the meal first, but the next video you choose is going to make it super easy to get to your goal. So subscribe and keep smashing it.